Good morning to you, gentlemen. Welcome to it, man. This is the Gentleman's Club, and of course, my name is Uncle Zach. And I'm not alone. I've got a team of men right here, man. And of course, ladies too in the background. I've got my boy, Ronaldo Cortez. Happy New Year to you, my brother.
Happy New Year, family. What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening? Happy New Year to my brother.
Happy New Year, Uncle Zach. Are you still Uncle?
Yeah, I'm still Uncle. Mr. What did we call you last year?
Black Cruz.
Black Cruz.
Black Cruz. Yes, sir. Black Cruz.
I'm cruising in 2026, my
I'm
brother.
telling you.
So good
Yeah.
to see you, man.
Man, likewise, man.
Yeah,
So
and
good to see you, brothers.
so good to see you, Mr. Malcolm. And of course, we've also got Seho, who is also joining us.
What it do? What's up?
How you doing, homie?
I'm good. How you, man?
So good to see you, homies, man.
It's good to see you
Yes,
too.
sir.
So
you, my
good to
brother.
see you. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
New Year.
I know that I didn't check up with you guys how your New Year was, and I think maybe let's start with that, just so that we can get our conversation going, because there's lots to talk about. It's a
Man.
new year, man. So, Mr. Ronaldo, you were out in the coast, and of course, you were hitting the beach, and of course, talking to the ancestors.
Yes,
you
sir.
were right there on the edge of the ocean and just talking to the water spirits. Tell us
Yes.
about it, man.
I tried to drown myself without dying, you know? The weather was good. It was a lot of people down there, you know? So actually, we moved around a lot from down in Durban at the ocean areas, spent a lot of time on Florida Avenue doing some business scouting, and got some real exciting things coming up for July and from the, going forward as far as a lot of areas. And then up from there, we were up in Richmond, Umlauzi, Ingonyamini. So we built some property in Richmond.
Okay.
And so we were there checking with the builders. And
Oh, yeah, I saw the building process that
Yeah.
you guys are doing. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice,
Fantastic,
man.
man.
Yeah, I saw some monkeys. They stole some things from me. I chased them. That shit wasn't fair, you know. I'm just saying, excuse me, guys. They did me real dirty. Took my clothes off the line.
The monkeys.
Yeah, and was playing with it. Like, what kind of... So they know what they're doing.
Nah, man, they just wanted some drip.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey,
They're like, it's some Bogart stuff.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, what's up with this? So if you see a little small monkey running around with a little Bogart polo on, you know.
Wearing the cap the other way.
A little monkey slice, you know.
Come on, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Welcome to a new year, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. Missed y'all. Hey, missed you guys a lot.
Yeah. No, missed you too, man. But we needed this break.
We
needed
did.
this break.
We
yeah.
did.
Yeah. And you, my brother, you were out there in the northwest in a very hot province.
Oh, my
but you come
goodness.
out looking more light-skinned
Are
than
you serious?
What happened?
No, man.
Is there no sun there?
Actually, I just wanted to go and get my money back because I believe that sunscreen didn't work. It didn't work. That thing, I don't want to mention the name if I get sued. But yeah, actually, it was a good break.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was good being back home, to see the family. But I wanted to come back to Joburg, man.
What?
It was too hot. I could not handle the heat. I'm telling you.
Do they
I thought I got it figured it out this time, but
Hell,
it was too hot, man.
do they have those flying roaches out there, man? Because they get bigger when it starts getting hot. I'm just saying that.
The first week it was like quite raining almost every day. It was quite nice, cloudy. But that other week, the sun came out, man. Nah, I'm telling you. I wanted to come back to Joburg. I was like, I can't take this. I can't handle it. Sweating the whole day.
Man.
During the day, you're sitting under the tree. It was too hot. It's never been like that for me. I don't know what was happening, but yeah, I don't know. But I enjoyed it, man. It's good to be back to the city.
That's funny.
And rural areas, there's no pools. There's no swimming pools. Or if you find a swimming pool, it's full.
That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Folks don't even. They just get in out the street clothes, man. No pre-rush.
Yeah, but otherwise, I enjoyed it.
And you can't trust local pools, man, because the kids pee in that water.
That's very true. So
Mommy,
when you know
what's
that
that?
stuff, you can't even go to the local pool. So
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
You know what we used to do? We used to take, those steel buckets.
yeah, the
So
still.
we'd fill that steel bucket with lots of water. Because in Northwest, it's too hot. During the day, you don't walk around. So you sit in a bucket during the day.
And the good thing that you don't have to use use any electricity for bathing.
No.
Just take the
Just
still
step
water, put it outside. 30 minutes, the water is warm enough for you to take a bath. I'm telling you, man. So I just
Hey,
too damn
man,
hot.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, man.
Good
Here
to
we
see
are.
you, man.
Yeah,
Good to
glad
be
you're
back.
back,
bro.
Good to see
Yeah.
you, brothers.
Awesome, man.
Awesome stuff.
Happy 2026 to you,
For
brother.
2026,
Yeah,
6 up.
absolutely, man. So let's hear from you, brother. I mean, you were telling me you had a bit of a crazy partying January, like a busy January.
I don't even understand how January could actually be this busy.
What?
It makes no sense. It actually makes no sense. It's but at the same time, a friend of mine told me that she heard this thing about people saving money in December and that January is the new December. So, you know, they want to groove in Jan. You know, when other people are now at work, they want to groove now. But I mean, my December, January was quite calm. It was actually quite calm besides gigs and things like that.
Sure.
You know,
I've never heard of such. The new January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now December.
yeah, no, I mean, I've been
Old.
booked. I've literally been booked since the 3rd or the 2nd of Jan. Literally every week for like 3 days, 4 days. It's booking after booking. So, you know, it was good. It was calm. It was quite quiet.
Yeah.
I had a very relaxed Christmas. I spent it by myself and
that's
decided
nice.
to kind of just own in my own thing, start my own traditions, you know what I mean? So yeah, and then New Year's I was in the bush.
Yeah.
In the bush.
I was in the bush.
What bush?
What kind of bush?
like, you know, like I was in Northwest. I was in Johannesburg, you know. If we're gonna try to take it elsewhere, but you know,
You know what they're thinking? They think you went to the mountain.
no, not at all.
They're thinking the mountains there by Eastern Cape.
I'm
You know what I mean?
saying,
That's
yeah,
a
on
big
top.
bush.
Some
You know?
snip or something.
I was in the bush.
Not at all.
Oh my goodness.
Not at all,
Not
man.
that kind of bush.
Nah, and it was very calm. Like, you know, no monkeys stealing my clothes or nothing like
Yeah,
that. But
hey,
it
yo.
was very relaxing. I spent New Year's over there, and you know, just did the countdown quietly. You know, did a Borma. Learned that I can actually build a Borma as a North boy. North boy represent.
Come
But you
on,
know what I
man.
mean? Yeah, I mean, I failed.
From the north too, you know. North side of Cleveland.
But yeah, it was very wholesome. It was very wholesome.
Oh, man. So good to see you, gents, man. Awesome. So good to have you back.
Yeah.
I mean, I already said how our Christmas and December was last week. And of course, we had our first show last week with Mo. So yeah, I had a great one. But so good to see you guys. And let's get on with the show.
Yes.
So, gents, the first thing I want us to talk about is the big thing that just happened quite recently. And of course, it's matric results. And of course, it's back to school. The parents are worried about... actually, parents are more excited now that the kids are going back to school.
Yep.
Because, we are tired of this.
Burned out.
The fridge is empty, man. The fridge is empty.
Can we just talk about how much kids eat, bro? Like,
It's actually worse now.
is it because they're not paying for food that they eat?
Absolutely.
No, absolutely. No, I agree.
It's on you, mama and dad.
I agree.
Or granny, it's on you, papa. It's just your business.
It's like,
Crazy.
you're like, okay, why is this plate so full? Because I know you're not going to finish all of that.
I mean, I don't know if you saw that video that was on TikTok or Instagram. There was this guy. He pranks his family. He's quite known for pranking his family. I think he's in Northern Cape or something like that. And you know, during December, he was trying to. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen when people eat bread. People eat like maybe 4 or 5 slices. You know,
prank.
sharp. Okay, that's
Oh, yeah,
cool.
I've seen that.
But what he did is he took the full loaf. He took the full loaf, went to go sit by his granny and his parents to see the reaction.
Yeah.
And it was not a.
They slapped the fire out of him.
It was
that
a lot.
old granny
I can't
slap.
even lie.
I saw another mom. What she did was she had an oros. She chained it next to her like this. And then she had bread also next to her. So the kids were all lining up. She gives them 2 slides.
You gotta manage the budget, man.
I'm telling you.
She put a lock on the fridge.
Yes, sir. Nah.
She's like, these people wake up at night.
While you sleep?
While you just wear in the kitchen.
Wow.
My parents literally used to limit it. They actually used to limit it. They would pre-mix the Oros and then keep the big Oros in their room. And then pre-mix the Oros and then be like, this is your Oros. Yeah, I mean, and then they'll be like, this is the Oros for the next 4 days.
Okay.
Make it work.
Make it work. Don't be too greedy.
Yeah.
Because there's no more.
I feel like we've lost that whole thing now.
Yeah, we have.
You know, we've
Yeah,
lost
you're
that whole
right.
thing.
We're giving them permission.
No, you once you put that full thing, it's past permission. It's saying exploit me.
You mentioned the term, right, before a while back, and I'm trying to think what it was when people just emotionally spend.
Oh, compulsive consumerism.
Yeah.
So there is
Yeah.
compulsive eaterism.
Yeah.
Okay. By childlike.
No, it's because they also, it's like they watch TV or playing games, so they don't really listen to the stomach. So all they do is they just want to chew. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're actually
does
right,
your
sir.
mouth want to move all the time?
No, I think you're right. You know, back in our days, we used to go play the whole day outside in
Yeah.
the villages, or
Yeah.
outside your house.
Yeah.
Play soccer.
You're not in the house.
You come back only when you're hungry.
Yes.
But right now, this young ones are on their phones, TV games, watching all this stuff every
Different-
day.
different cultures,
They're just
yeah.
sitting. So when you're sitting, you just want to eat.
Yeah,
Just want to snack on anything. So
absolutely.
It's quite
Yeah.
a challenge now.
Yeah, quite a challenge. So shout out to all the kids who are going back to school, and
Yeah, for
shout
sure.
out to the first time school attendees. And of course, they say generally about 1.2 million kids started grade 1. And then, but then when it comes to matric, you only have about 700 and something kids who make it to matric. So you have about 600,000
half.
kids who actually fail in between, drop out in between, and so on. So we'll talk about the matric
Wow.
results, and let's take a listen quickly, gents, to the Minister of Higher Education as she pronounced that this has been the best matric year ever. So let's take a listen to this, gents.
And the best performing province is KwaZulu-Natal with a pass rate of 90.6%.
So a big shout out to the class of 2026, and of course this time around the province where you come from, my brother, has just been the top performing province with 90.6%. So let's take a listen to the last performing or the worst performing province. Let's take a listen to this one.
In ninth place is the Eastern Cape that has achieved a pass rate of 84.17%. In eighth place is Limpopo that has achieved a pass rate of 86.15%. In seventh place, Mpumalanga has achieved a pass rate of 86.55%. In sixth place is the Northern Cape, having achieved... Okay, let me start again. In sixth place is the Northern Cape, having achieved a pass rate of 87.79%, marking the biggest improvement of all the provinces. In fourth place is the Northwest, having achieved 88.49%. In third place, wait for it. In third place is Gauteng, having achieved a pass rate of 89.06%. It's anybody's guess now. In second place is the Free State, having achieved a pass rate of 89.33%. province is KwaZulu-Natal with a pass rate of 90.6%.
That's awesome.
Well, there you have it, gents. And I don't know what you guys remember about your own matric year, man. Your final year of high school. And Tiro, I mean, let's start with you, bro, because you're the
Yeah.
last one to cross that line in this group. When did you?
You're a subtle ish.
I can't even lie. Every time I come here, I always see it coming. But you know, how I remember my matric year, right, and how it ended. Firstly, I was doing a Cambridge matric, so it wasn't the traditional matric. So my marks only came out in Feb, which was terrible. So yeah, it was horrible.
You have to wait.
No, it was horrible because you know you have the Magogos go Makaye, and then they asking the question of, oh, did you pass matric and you know, and I would say my marks haven't come out. Oh, he failed.
Oh, shame. Shame.
You know, I think my year was quite a good year for matrics. I think I was at the time was the best at that point, in 2018. So it was quite a good year.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of my friends passing, you know, whatever. No controversies about cheating and all these things. But as far as I remember, it was a good one.
Yeah. Do you miss matric?
No, absolutely not.
You don't miss school.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I have a lot of people that are a bit older than me, and they always talk about, oh, don't you know, I miss the good old days of school. And it's like, I would not redo that. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was absolutely horrible. Do you miss school?
I do.
Yeah.
Tough, yeah.
No. Okay, I only miss 1 year of school. I miss my matric year. Hey, the rest I don't miss.
You know, I got to share this, right? I'm a Generation X guy, you know. Black and gold, Cleveland Heights Tigers,
Yeah.
1990, right? One of the most powerful, grandpa status.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful educational systems in America at the time, Cleveland Heights, because in the States, you know, for high schools that had diverse cultures, we were considered one of the most prominent black communities with higher education in the high school rank in the country.
That's dope.
Outside of private schools. The culture was great. So that's the only thing I missed. The culture, the relationships. But they can keep the rest. You know? You keep all that, homie. I'm good.
Yeah. Sure. And yours, my brother?
Hey, Mr. Zach, actually,
Did you have to go back through the files?
I'm thinking, very interestingly.
Where did I matric you? Know?
And I was about to give you that. It's been 20 years.
Yo.
And if it's 20 years, I'm thinking of you, Zach. And, you know, though, like, it's been long time ago.
Yeah.
It's not really that long, but when I was like, with my guy and we sitting now, we thinking about the good old days. It's like, dude, it's been 20 years, man.
Yeah.
It's been some time. But will I go back to matric? Nah, I don't think I'll go back to matric.
Yeah.
Nah, in our times, man, it was difficult. It was when the new education system was being introduced, the outcome-based education from the Bantu, that type of a Bantu education.
Yeah.
And, you know, the teachers was actually toying because they didn't want to get into the new system.
Oh, yes.
So we were the guys who were like confused. Are we now going with the new system? You know, or the olds. And I remember in those times there were middle schools.
Yeah.
In our middle schools, we started the new system.
Yes.
Then when I got to high school, the old system came back. Oh my goodness. But it was interesting, yes. Yeah, but so that's my years of a matric, you know.
Yeah.
And that switching to this new system, it's quite horrible, man, because now you have to adjust. But it was quite good because for us it was also simple.
Yeah.
We got A's, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a subject like life orientation.
Oh, yes.
It's great.
You know what I mean? That was like nothing, walk in the park for us.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
but the matric was quite hard because now we had to go back to the old Bantu education.
just for the
Your
matric
high
year.
grade, your standard grade, all those crazy subjects, but I was a very good student of biology, so I still remember that one.
What?
Yeah.
It's necessary.
Biology.
Biology. Labeling your ear, man, and your nose and your stuff. I was very good at that stuff. So,
What?
yeah, but gone are those days.
Gone are those
How
days.
about you,
those
my
days,
brother?
man.
What's going on in your world, man?
So, I matriculated 1997.
Yes.
God damn.
So,
I told you.
that's crazy.
That's why we call him uncle.
What was going on? Wasn't that the year Tupac,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, that was during that time when hip hop was just like
The big thing, man.
the big thing.
Yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, and a lot of what was happening in the US. And of course, we were in a colored school, or majority of the kids at our school were colored. And the guys were already jumping onto the west side and east side. And then you're like, chance.
South African
Yeah,
Crips.
bro,
and
don't
Bloods.
talk.
Oh, man, yo.
They would be like, hey, bro, don't talk to me. I'm from the west side, bro.
Wow, man.
But my matric year was brilliant, man. It was awesome. And yeah, I mean, I didn't pass so well. I didn't take school that seriously.
Yeah.
I think I was more of an athlete than I was in academia. So I just scraped through. So I was like, yeah, man, as long as I can just make it through, make some 50s, 50s and 60s. I was like, okay. But yeah, shout out to all the matriculants, man,
Yeah,
who made
man.
it
Yes.
through. And of course, there are
Congrats.
some bright youngsters. And of course, let's take a listen to what some of them had to say. And of course, some of them had like 9 distinctions. And I'm like, what?
Good.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, let's take a listen to one of these boys. He's going to go to Harvard, man. Let's take a listen to it.
Graduated from St. John's College, and I was very privileged to get 9 distinctions with a 9.4% average. I am planning to study at Harvard University in August, and part of my reasons to go there is because they kind of have a multidisciplinary program, and my interest is to really do a bunch of different things because I'm not entirely sure of one key thing that I'm interested in at the moment. So being there, I am going to be majoring within the law and politics sort of field of things, just looking at how societies are sort of governed, but also looking at theatre and literature because I'm very much a creative person and I have enjoyed my time at St. John's, just being on the stage or being in an AP English classroom. So those two sort of fields are definitely like my biggest interest at the moment that I'm looking to explore that side.
So, gents, I mean, I think the next step is what do you do with your life after you've got your matric results? And of course, it's never an easy thing because it's you get over one hurdle and then
Many are starting.
then there are so many more hurdles ahead of you.
Yeah.
And you're thinking varsity, higher learning institutions, and you don't even realize there's actually more hurdles after that decision. And sometimes you pick the wrong choices when you start. I mean, how many kids start first year, drop out, say, nah, this is not for me, man. That time the parents have already forked out a whole lot of money to get you going. So, but before we talk about what to do next, let's listen more to the young people. And of course, here's another one. This one did very well as well. And congratulations to the class of 2025.
I think I would say it's definitely, putting in the hard work, the hours, and having a sort of a discipline and mindset that kind of gets you there. But I can't say it was just myself. I received a lot of support and encouragement from my family, my educators, my school, my friends.
What are your plans for this year? What are you planning to pursue in terms of your career?
For the longest time, I was stuck between choosing medicine and actuarial science. But now I think I'm leaning more towards choosing medicine.
That's great. And what would your advice be to the class of 2026, just based on the year that you had?
The short answer is consistency. Just being consistent. Even if it means putting in an hour of work a day, it goes such a long way. It prevents you from being burnt out and so swamped with work. Because with matric, you're being piled on with projects, assignments, tests, while still having to learn for trials and finals. So just...
All right, Jen. So that young boy has some really good advice, saying that you got to be consistent. And is it really consistency to study? Like, what gives you the edge to make it through matric? Let's start with you, maybe.
I mean, to make it through matric, it's really about having that good support system or like around you. If you really don't have that support system, it's extremely rough, But I really do think consistency, yeah. But with a whole bunch of other things, it's hard work, right? Because you can be as consistent, but just, consistent with 30%. You know what I mean? Or you can be consistent with 80%. You know what I mean? So I would say the best way to make it through matric, having that support system around you, right? Whether it be friends or family.
Yeah.
And then that consistency, kind of just agreeing with them.
Yeah.
And your advice to the young ones, brother?
Yeah, man, that's very true. I think what my brother has said, that support is the most important thing. I mean, it takes me back to where I come from. I was only with my granny at that time. And she used to shout at me to really study, but she was an old granny, you know what I mean? So I had to really push myself to actually really study, work hard. And shout out to Godfrey. He's now in in LA now. We used to actually stay together. I remember we moved together in the same place. It's like a 1-bedroom shack that we moved together in. And we used to go, it was a walking distance to University of Northwest Unibo. So we used to actually walk there for 24-hour library that was opened to go actually study. Come back around 4 o'clock in early hours of the morning just to prepare for exams. And I think above all was really about being determined to really go through that stage of matric and pass. Because, failing comes with shame, man. I mean, you've been through all the 11 years and you're going to fail this 1 year. And thinking of that as well sort of like pushed me to really make it through. And I did pretty much well. There's not all flying colors, but bachelor degree that I got for.
Oh, you got a
university.
bachelor's,
Yeah.
bro?
So I did well. But I just want to say to the support system that you have is important. Someone to be there and check your work, encourage you to do better. I mean, I got nephews that I was encouraging throughout to say, if you don't make it, don't you ever ask me for anything. So you had to come with that and say, you know what, if you don't make it, I'm not your uncle.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit here with a little man who's going to be asking me money all the time, but he didn't want to study. You know what I mean? So one of my nephew now, who just finished matric, did well as well. Bachelor degree. He's a soccer player, so he's still trying to figure out what he's going to do. But support system is important. Someone to really encourage you and pushes you.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if you have to really encourage yourself and push yourself. You know what I mean? You don't know how much far you can go if there's no that support structure that can say you gotta do it. And the reason why you have to make it, I think that's most important. Why you have to make it, not just to make it, but why. What is on the other side? Yeah, man.
Your why has to be big enough.
Your why has to be big enough, and you have to understand it from that age. Why you need to make it, because some young ones, they don't have that. No one is there to tell them you have to make it because this is the results for you making it on the other side.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
support structure, support system. Yeah.
Shout out to the class of 2025, and we wish them all the best, man. Of course, choosing a career is never going to be an easy thing to do. Choosing a skill that's going to make a career, that you can make a career out of, it's never an easy option. How did you choose, bro, after matric? Like, how do you decide what you're going to be and who you're going to be? Or did what you thought about that you wanted to be, did you become that?
That's a great question, and just first I want to just acknowledge, like, at the table here, I'm sitting with some amazing dream builders and people who had vision and just refused to give up. When I was coming up, being an autistic and hyperactive kid with ADHD, it wasn't a space where people understood that. So I was placed in those classes where you were considered to be, the colloquial word would be retarded, stupid, or special needs. And then there was a cultural disproportionate environment where, people would use race as an actual person. And race is actually a person that does what it does. So that was kind of the environment that would, try to harness you to be exactly what people wanted you to be and conform to. For me, I was never one that was a conformist. Actually, I was, if you ran that way, I went that way. Not because I didn't want to go with you, it's just because I was not interested in that. Something on the inside of me said, no, this is where you need to be and why. I didn't understand it then. But in each child, every child comes in a package to themselves. They are born, they are breathed into, they become a living person. A lot of times that support network becomes almost obstructive. And you, or the parents will say, or the neighbors of the community say, you need to be just like your uncle. Or your, which now, that person lived their life. You mustn't try to force your child to become what you were and try to relive your dreams by, because you weren't able to be successful. I won't say a failure. Absolutely. Or maybe you didn't, develop who you are. So I find it now that, and even listening to the matriculations, and this is a funny word to me because we say graduates. Yeah. But when you graduate or when you matriculate, are you born to do something? And have you been taught what it is that the why is like the most important thing? The system as it sits, you have a lot of matriculants, and there's no environment of opportunity for project-based learning or performance-based reproduction. So there's no harvesting season for what we're doing. It's just recuperating and regenerating the same BS of ignorance and absolute nowhereism. So when I say that it's a great thing to graduate, but what is it that you've been given and what is that going to do as a life path? And I think a lot of times in an age of technology, a lot of the folks that are trying to be the support network, unfortunately, you have become very comfortable and lazy in your situation. And maybe your children look at you and see you. Now look, everything is right here. You can pull up technology and you can figure out how to do this. But you're comfortable. You're telling me to become this or do this. But I'm looking at you and you have not done the same thing you're talking. So now these children go out and say, well, I'm going to go somewhere else. So that's where you get fight. Because there's a household fight with that support network. And it's a longer conversation. But I will say, and give one specific example of an environment where the graduation and employment rate in fundamental, you graduate with your college degree, the job placement rate is about 98% in this country. So I've come to the knowledge of an environment, it's called Mirashishi Invincibility Institute. It's in downtown Johannesburg. They have an amazing program. The traditional educational model for the world right now is absolutely a Charlie horse for success. It's a cramp. So people are not becoming impactful with what we call success. We're creating people that are becoming robots. And now we're competing against robots. So,
That's very true.
Thank you. I know it was a little long-winded, guys, but I've been an educator in the state of Ohio and Cleveland, 23 years, 3 years college adjunct professor at Case Western Reserve with a summer program back in the 2000s. So I understand the system of education. You can be educated, but educated to do what and why? Okay. We don't need a bunch of book smart people. It's good to read books and remember, are you writing books? Are you developing institutions? Are you creating solvents to traditional problems or issues that impact the why I can't get a damn job, man?
You know what I mean?
Because jobs is just over broke. It's not anything. It's just a paycheck to get from day to day. But we need to create legacy and lineage, and that comes from actual gardening mentality. Sowing and reaping is not something you jump in and get a payout. Can't start today and get money tomorrow unless you're doing some Mashanga stuff.
And I think that's kind of the culture now.
It is.
Sorry to jump in. But I think that's kind of the culture now, especially with the upcoming age groups. I can even say maybe from your 2017, 2016 graduates. It's the whole thing of the only reason I want to graduate, the only reason I want to matriculate is to get rich. Okay, but how are you going to get rich?
Absolutely.
And it's because of the culture that's being put in front of them that we've grown up with, is that you're seen less of a important person because you're not achieving this or not doing this. It's like,
Sure.
how do you actually get to that point? And there's a lack of mentors in the game now.
Yes.
Like I wish I had like a Ronaldo back when I was graduating. I knew what I wanted to do, which was music and radio and all these things, but I didn't necessarily know the way to go about it. You know what I mean? And I plead for there to be mentors out there grabbing the youth and things like that. Like what we're doing now with Bogart. We're creating that platform where people can, have that bit of mentorship, something like a place, a home. You know what I mean? When you matriculate, you don't have a home. You know what I
That's
mean?
powerful what you're
And
saying.
it's actually terrible. You know, it's terrible to think that, hey, you know what, I'm gonna matriculate tomorrow, cool, and then I'm gonna get into a 9 to 5 job. Okay, cool. Yeah, you get your 6,000 rand a month. Okay, cool. Are you happy?
That's right.
Are you happy?
That's right.
You're not. Or you don't get that 6,000 rand job, and now you think maybe I'm worthless.
You know what? That's right, man. You know, adding to that just a bit, right? So when you look at that support system at home, and I'll go back to the rural. In the rural culture, man, you'll have fathers and mothers or a community of people that go out there and put hand to boot to ground and ground to hope and they follow the seasons. But that day to day, getting up and roosting the chickens, 4:30 in the morning. Okay, so you're learning system. But now they don't. Some of these folks, they say. I think we had a guest on that said her parents weren't educated. One of the models, Zaza, when she came, she said my parents weren't educated people, and I said no, they're very educated. In order to learn how to grow your own food,
True.
that is a transferable skill set that now becomes industry. And I'll flip this because industry is twofold. You have industry, which is the environment of products, goods, and services that I produce. Then you have the IN, you have dust, and you have tree. So it goes back to the sowing and reaping concept. You can get no fruit without a sowing of a seed and the process to get it.
Yep.
And then there's the process that fruit ripe. So we're producing a lot of great fruit, but damn, these fruit ain't too ripe right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's
True.
very
It's
true.
not ready.
It's not ready.
Not ready.
You must still put it out there somewhere to
Yes.
get ripe.
And then the robots they're here, man.
They're up against the robots.
Dude, we didn't have robots. I remember the pager. I had a pager, Sky pager, beeper. I had the old school flip phone. You understand? Had the phone with the cord in the front of the car.
Yeah.
Just I never kept it because I couldn't afford it. You know, because the airtime was like it is in South Africa now. You know, buy.
Yeah.
Damn.
You just showed your
But
age.
robots, we didn't contend against the robot, man. I mean, literally, you could type in your chat. Let me just go to Nova. You can go to Nova. Let's say you want to create a business plan. You know how much money you used to make making business plans? You had to go to college to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 seconds, you got a business plan of full dimensions. So that's what we're dealing with. Okay.
I think
Sure.
I don't want to keep this going on too long, but it's such an amazing topic. But I believe that, you know, technology is there to help us, but also at the same time, you're right. When you're saying that we're now competing against technology when it was supposed to be aiding us. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But also at the same time, it goes back to that support system. You know what I mean? Yes, you know, you come from a family where, you know, things were not very well off. But if you don't have that support system that supports you through failure,
True.
I think that's one of the biggest problems here in South Africa is that having a family that will support you through that failure, not shame you for that failure, is what is needed in this economy. And what is needed in this country is a country of, when you fail, pick your brother up. Pick your brother up.
Don't laugh at it.
Don't laugh at him.
laugh
Don't
at
shame him.
That's right.
Because that's just the way that life goes. We fail, we get up.
There's only one guarantee. Well, a few, but failing is a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's gonna
It's a
happen.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really failing though, or is it just learning the
Redirection.
process?
It's learning.
Yeah, it's learning. It's a lesson.
Yeah.
Failure is a lesson. So you just depend on how you interpret it. You say I am a failure. That's where it's a problem.
Absolutely.
You become one.
Yeah, you become one. But if you turn around and say, nah,
It
man,
was a lesson.
this was just a lesson and I must pick myself up and that's what I need to do. So, gentlemen, I think I loved every, and I think we must revisit this conversation because I think
Absolutely.
it's still very ripe or it's still very wet. Meaning it's still January. Kids are still going to make lots of bad decisions.
Yeah.
And I always tell my kids, and I said, yo, man, please don't let me go pay for things that you are not going to like.
Hey,
Just to try.
that's money, man. You work hard for that money.
They don't understand money.
They
For them,
don't
money
understand.
doesn't have a soul. It's daddy got
Yeah.
it, mommy got it. Thank you. I need, I want.
And then I was like, don't tell me you feel like this, dog. Your feelings are going to change tomorrow.
It's just chemistry, man. Chemical reaction.
I'm going back to biology.
I'm like, when you're an adolescent The way you feel and the way you feel when you're 20,
Sure.
two different things. So
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna take your opinion of what you want to do.
Dad never listens to me. He's so mean. Mom, go talk to your dad.
Oh, man.
He's gonna tell you it's a bad idea. It's not like that. So, gentlemen, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Mr. Rabi Rote is waiting on standby to give us what's happening in the world of news, and of course, so much is happening in the world of news. So, Rabi Rote is standing by. Let's say hello and good morning to you, Rabi. I hope you're doing good, my brother.
For the Gentlemen's Club on Bogart Radio, this is Ditaba. My name is Rabi Rote. On international news, a dramatic development in global politics as the U.S. Senate moves to block President Donald Trump's ambition for Greenland. A new bipartisan bill, backed by Democrats and Republicans alike, seeks to prohibit the Pentagon and State Department from using funds to occupy, block, annex, or assert control over NATO territory, specifically naming Greenland. This comes as repeated comments from Trump's suggestions that the U.S. should somehow bring Greenland under American control, even one way or the other. The proposed legislation is a clear rebuke, emphasizing that NATO commitments and alliances come first, and taxpayer dollars shouldn't be used to fracture Western security arrangements. Leaders in Copenhagen and Nuuk have also weighed in, reaffirming that Greenland chooses Denmark and NATO, with polling showing that vast majority of Greenlanders oppose joining the US, leaving Trump's ambitions on shaky ground. So internationally, a potential constitutional clash as Congress, NATO allies, and Greenland itself push back on one of the most unusual foreign policy debates in recent years. It started as a bold geopolitical idea and quickly became a flashpoint of Western alliances, with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle rejecting unilateral takeover proposals, while allied leaders reaffirmed that sovereignty and cooperation matter more than strategic ambitions alone. On national news, turning back to South Africa's classrooms and the buzz around education standards. While South Africa celebrated a historic achievement in education with the matric class of 2025 delivering the highest national senior certificate pass rate in the nation's history at 88%, Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwahube has firmly rejected the idea that a 30% pass rate should be seen as acceptable. This follows public debate around the national senior certificate results and what that passing figure actually means. Minister Siviwe has challenged the notion that 30% equals success. She explained that to pass the NSC, a learner must pass a 3-tier set of subject requirements: 40% in a home language, 40% in a further 2 subjects, and 30% in another additional subjects. That's another 3 additional subjects. She also stated that higher percentage thresholds apply to obtaining bachelor's or diploma passes. Critics, however, including parents, activists, and political parties, have said the current thresholds aren't ambitious enough for a 21st century economy, while defenders of the system argue the structure must be clear and fair. What's clear is that the debate over education quality isn't going away, and South Africa's long-term future hinges on reform that actually lifts standards, not just statistics. On local news, right here in Johannesburg, city authorities have once again cracked down on illegal property occupation and hijacking in Bryanston, in a multi-agency operation involving the JMPD, forensic units, City Power, Joburg Water, and Home Affairs officials. 2 high-value properties suspected of being hijacked or illegally occupied were raided. Officials found overcrowded, unauthorized dwellings and illegal water and electricity connections. One of the properties under investigation now carries about 1.1 million in municipality arrears. And authorities remind everyone that no individual or group is above the law. 2 occupants were detained for being undocumented foreign nationals, and authorities are urging anyone involved in alleged hijacking to follow proper legal channels, including eviction orders, instead of taking matters into their own hands. The city's message is firm. Intentional illegal occupation and hijacking undermine community safety, strain resources, and hurt law-abiding residents. More raids may be coming as officials pursue 17 additional suspect properties. For the Gentlemen's Club, that was your world, your nation, and your city. My name is Rabbi Rote. Uncle Zach, back to you in studio.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Robbie Rote. We appreciate the intensive reporting and, of course, the background with regards to what is happening in the world of politics and, of course, the world of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump seems to think that he's living in his own world. That guy thinks he's a character, he's a steering, he's a bad guy, he's everything in his movie, man. So interesting. And I don't know what you guys make of it before we introduce our guest who's going to join us in a short while, just based on those news clips. And I mean, your take, Ronaldo, you're from the US, and of course you're not Donald Trump's fan.
No.
But you're from the world of Donald Trump.
Yeah, you know, funny how that's positioned itself in the concept of ideas of Americans. Donald Trump is a very diseased and very unclean soul, period. I don't see him as a human person. The type of evil that he's doing upon humanity and on people, the manipulation and the theft that he's doing, it appears to me to just be another example of a white man from the past that was promoting slavery. He does not represent people. He represents an idealism and a culturalism that was the very root of slavery and the very root of killing innocent lives for self-gain.
Yeah.
So he's now in a position of power, 2 times in presidency. How he got there, again, is a question for me to always ask. I understand the nation, the politics of the United States. I won't make it a political thing. This is an individual person who is mentally ill, to me has dementia, and should be put in a mental institution.
I agree.
Period. He is not a president,
He's
but
not
he has
fit.
an office. He's not fit.
He's not fit.
And not spiritually and mentally and emotionally fit.
How does the world allow for, because if you were doing radio and you were mentally unfit, you would not be on radio.
Not at all.
Yeah. Or doing your job, you wouldn't do your job if you were mentally unfit like Donald is.
But the other piece, right, and this, I think it just goes to women. Okay, I'm a supporter of women and children. This man has a track record of being around rapists and pedophiles.
Very true.
He has cases against him that he's covered up because he's been in office and has the power.
Yeah.
My man, he's very sick.
Yeah.
And if I were, as a father, you do these things to children, there's no conversation.
I've seen some of the clips of those videos of those Epstein files.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That is such crazy. Like, it's absolutely insane that a bunch of grown-ups, billionaires in the US were doing such a thing.
To children, man.
To children.
And you in the office now. You in the office talking about, I don't know, Epstein. No, man. And people, any person that supports this, you are the same as him. The same poison.
It's crazy, man.
But that's my perspective. It's
I think the problem really is it's money. That's the only reason why he is where he is. It's money. It's money and
Too
power.
much of it.
Too much money and too much power. Silences everything.
And also, what about if you add in low self-esteem there?
I mean, I feel like,
because there are people with money that are actually good guys, good people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you are crazy and you have money, you'll still be a crazy guy.
I think with him, he doesn't have, at least from like a counseling and psychological point of view, he doesn't have a low self-esteem. He has actually too I would say too much of a high self-esteem because of the money.
It's like a predator.
Literally. Because of the power. The power and the money is what feeds everything, right? That makes you feel godlike. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So he's in that position where he has his hands on multiple avenues where you cannot literally displace him. That's why they're struggling to get rid of him, because the thing is, he pays people to vote. He pays. It's
proven.
It has been proven.
I mean, who steals a whole president from a country? You can dislike him or like him if you want, but listen, man, you stole this man and his wife out of his house.
It's ridiculous.
Now you're trying to steal Greenland.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
It's crazy.
And then you have the United States not even supporting. You've bullied them into slavery to your powers. Your prowess. No, man.
It's crazy.
No, man.
We'll talk about Donald Trump some other day, but for now, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got to introduce our guest. We got to talk about something really interesting, which is stress. Stress. Era stress. We are stressed out as people, man. We're going to talk about stress and pain. You know, the other day, I was talking to a guy in a sauna at gym. We're talking about pain. And this guy says, dog, you don't know how much back pain I've got. So and he was probably the second guy. The first guy I met was from Stekeniko at the Zone. So I'm telling him about Victor and the setup we're going to have and all of that. And then he says to me, brother, as you see me right now, you don't understand how much pain I'm walking in. So there's a lot of people that walk with pain. Either it's a back pain, Achilles, some kind of pain. Maybe it's an emotional pain. So we'll talk about that with our guest in a short while. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to our guest.
Ready. When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
We already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure.
Studio with us, and of course I'll tell you about his company and what they do, because I did say that so many people are walking around with burdens on their backs. You know, it's either stress or it's January problems. You don't know what you did with your money in December. So it's like a lot is happening. And of course, let's not forget that the kids are going back to school. So that stress is hitting a lot of parents. And of course, I saw in one of our groups of the gents, he's actually a doctor, and he mentioned something interesting, that this is a time where most suicides actually happen, which is crazy. So, but before we talk about that, let me tell you about our guest. He is from a company called the Healing Body Therapy International. And here's what he says about stress. He says South Africans face more extreme stress daily than many other nations. Stress leads to potentially dangerous health problems, alcohol and drug dependence, relationship problems, anxiety, and general deterioration of overall well-being. Healing Body Therapy represents you with the opportunity to address this problem therapeutically and naturally. So, and this is what he says: the symptoms of stress are frequently edgy. So when somebody's on the edge all the time, sleeping badly, often irritable and anxious, unable to relax, becoming dependent on substances to cope, sleep adequately but still feel tired, muscles are sore without a good workout at a gym, ignores hobbies, watch TV more, and read less. So these are some of the symptoms. But Victor will tell us a little bit more about the company, which is the Healing Body Therapy. And he says that they do stress relief as well as stress management services with the express purpose of helping individuals to live a healthier and productive life. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Victor. How are you doing, sir?
Well, thanks yourself.
Good. Thank you so much for taking time. And you don't want to use the headphones so you can hear yourself? Oh, okay. Okay, no, it's fine. You don't have to use it. Yeah, it's all good. Welcome to the Gentleman's Club, sir. I hope you're doing well and you've had a fantastic rest. Did you rest?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for welcoming me and into the studio.
Thank you.
And yeah, I did rest. I made sure I rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does rest mean to you?
Oh, that's interesting. Rest is something that is a state you need to be in all the time.
All the time?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to be in a state of rest, because if you're searching for rest, it eludes you. It's very evasive.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, that rest means you need to actively and continuously be in a state of rest. Because if you're in stress mode all the time, you know, you just attract a whole lot of negative things, and, you know, it just goes, you go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So for me, rest is a state of being.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting, right?
That's intense.
Okay, like your eyes are wide open. You want to follow that up?
No, that's quite intense what you actually just said. It's about being in a constant state of rest, which I can actually weigh on and say that I don't.
Wow.
I don't truly rest then, because I do feel stress majority of the time.
Yes.
And I get those back pains, I get those joint pains and things like that. I feel like I'm 64, 67,
Damn, bro.
maybe 84, you know. But that's
crazy.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Yo.
Welcome to the club.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get into the healing body therapy, let's first talk about who Victor is and where were you born and raised? Where do you come from?
I'm born and raised in Johannesburg. I was born in a place called Denver.
Oh.
So when people ask me Denver, I'm like,
Denver,
yeah. I'm
James.
like Colorado. And then they think I'm from America. And then they look at me like, I'm like, no, Denver, right? It's towards the East Rand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just basically almost 5-10 minutes outside of town, but going if
Inner
you're going on the
city,
M1 East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know people come from Denver.
My mom had a business there. My mom was born there. I was
What?
born in an industrial area.
I know, that's the thing. I'm like so shocked.
Yes.
Wow.
So
And that's many years ago.
that's many years ago. Yes.
Yo, okay. Okay, so where did you go to school? Where did you...
So with the Group Areas Act, we couldn't go to school in the area because the schools for us would have been Malvern, Kensington, and you know the surrounds.
Yeah.
But because of that, we couldn't go to school there. So I was shipped right to El Dorado Park.
Every day you used to travel?
No.
Oh.
My dad had a house there as well.
Okay.
My mom's business was in Denver.
Okay.
And she stayed on that side and he was on the other side. So I schooled there, got my education there. Yeah.
In Eldos?
Yes.
Where in Eldos?
Quite in Silver Street.
Okay.
Opposite a shebeen called Peggy's. I don't know if you know it.
Okay, what's a shebeen? Tell me.
Like a tavern, like a place where people drink, buy alcohol.
Oh, the
So
the
back in
burger
the day,
spot,
like-
the neighborhood bar.
Yeah, it
not a
wasn't really a
bar.
bar. It was more of an illegal house that they used to sell alcohol.
After hours joint.
No, no, this was operating throughout. It's not after hours. It was throughout.
All hours.
The police used to raid now and again. So
Oh, damn.
yeah,
So it's like literally you have a house and you sell alcohol from there and you don't have business rights.
You bootlegging.
yes,
Yeah,
bootlegging.
bootlegging.
Definitely.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what America was built on. Okay, go ahead. Yes, I got it.
Okay, cool. All right, so after matric, what happened to you? When did you matriculate?
I matriculated in '87.
That's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. I'm 55 this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are
55.
the elders of the gentleman's club.
Whoop-dee.
Didn't think we'd get
Let me tell you guys are making aging look so good. Man.
Ah,
So well
thank
done. Shout out to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Are you sure? No. I need that beard cream.
So after matric, where did you go? What did you study?
So what I did is, look, I went working immediately afterwards, but I was always frustrated because I was in the corporate field and was also in the retail space as well. And I was very frustrated. I always wanted to find my purpose. It was a constant question. It was always burning in my mind, burning in my heart. You know, come December time when I see other people going on holiday, I would think, like, they going on holiday, I'm working. There's something wrong with this. Because in December in Johannesburg it gets quieter and quieter, and you can see the traffic getting less and less. And then here I am walking alone with my bag to work and stuff. and it used to kill me. I hated it. It was like, yeah, I hated it. Because you're just thinking, you know what I'm saying? You just have these thoughts of other people being on the beach and having fun, and here you are going to work.
Yeah.
And I think that just pushed me even more.
It
It's
drove
like,
you.
It drove me. Like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? And then one day I read somewhere that, you know what, the thing you're supposed to be doing is something you're really good at.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got me thinking. I started thinking, like, what am I good at? What am I good at? And then I remembered, but I used to massage people all the time.
Oh.
And at the age of 4, I started massaging, actually.
What?
Yes.
And you just knew that it.
Yeah. But
some
my
form of
mom
healing.
used to force me. Actually, I don't know if that's how it got me in it. I don't know. I hated it at that time. Absolutely hated it, because my mom would fall asleep and snore. And as soon as I lift my hands up, she wakes up. And I used to think my mom does voodoo or something. I couldn't understand. She snore, and she used to snore. She's not a light snorer. She used to snore.
Wow.
So I know she's sleeping.
Yeah.
When I lift my hands, and this used to happen to me all the time. And I'm telling you, it was like a prison. It was like, I'm telling you, everyone else is playing outside. I'm massaging this woman here.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. And then, back in the day, our parents were very authoritative and dictatorial and stuff.
Yeah.
So if she opens her eyes, she looks at me as if I stole something.
Oh, you definitely stole something. You better put them hands back on. I'm gonna kill you.
Did you steal my hand?
And back in the day with us, you couldn't really backchat and stuff like that. So
no.
So if she's looking at me, I just look at her, and then the one day she asked me, she said to me, "Where do you think you're going?" I don't know, some fire came up in me, and I said, "I want to go and play. What's wrong with you? Everyone else is playing. I'm rubbing you." I said, "Shut up, just carry on."
I heard you. Finish.
Yeah, little did I know that I'm being put through my Tiger Woods moment. I always used to think of Tiger Woods and think, his father put a golf club in his hands at 3-4 years old. Wow, what an amazing man. Little did I know my mother also did that to me.
Yeah.
So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man. Wow.
So fast forward to today, I've worked on presidents. I've worked on celebrities locally and internationally. I just recently worked on Lauryn Hill. The year before I worked
Shake your hand, man. My man.
Little did I know my mother's putting me through a school to meet
The
internationals. Dr. Ruth, the sex therapist, I don't know if you remember her from back in the day.
I do.
Yep.
She's one of the best.
Well. Yeah, she was in South Africa. I don't know how it happens, but when these celebrities come, they call me.
Wow.
That's
They
impressive.
call me. Yes. So it's like...
I know how it happens. At 4 years old, your mother said, "Put your hands on me."
She put the wheels in motion.
She saw something in her baby.
I wish she was alive to see that and to hear that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Blessed.
I like what you said, that you felt trapped, blocked, and you just were unhappy until you actually had to ask yourself, what is my purpose?
Yeah.
And I think which is one of the hardest things for people, because when you're blocked, when you don't see the light, because you don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
and you often don't ask, what is my purpose here, so that you can then start healing and fixing what is wrong. So I love what you said there, that you said you had to ask, what am I good at? Because people don't often ask, what am I good at? They're like, what is my purpose? And you don't go as far as to say, what am I good at? Can I tap onto it? And for people that actually do that, they actually thrive and succeed in doing what they love and what they're here for. So, okay, so when did you start in doing therapy?
Healing body therapy started in 2000 as a business. And I think I was so frustrated, I just quit my job. After 10 years, I was like, I'm enough. I've had enough.
What were you doing then?
I was in the retail space at the time.
Yeah.
We were doing furniture, etc., household appliances, domestic appliances, and so doing very well at it, but I was just not fulfilled.
Yeah.
So in 2000, I just said no. I tendered my resignation, actually twice in 6 months, because I worked 9 years, 6 months, resigned, and my boss left and went somewhere else, and then he headhunted me And then I was with him for 6 months, and I resigned again. And I said, no, I'm starting.
Yeah.
How old were you? Sorry.
That was in 2000.
2000.
That's
Okay.
25 years ago. How old
25.
was I? 30
years.
30
I
years
was
ago.
30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
25 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Damn, we was 30 and 20. Damn, we was about the same age.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I remember that. I remember 2000 at that time. Just had a little memory. You know, you brought back a lot just now.
Yes, because when I came in at the door, I saw 25 years. The company's also 25 years, right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, how interesting.
How interesting.
Yeah.
So how's it been? I mean, what has it been like being an entrepreneur?
So starting
being a
for me,
business?
I started with nothing, absolutely nothing. I used to go to people's houses. I used to do the mobile thing and go to the house and like, and then like, okay, what do we do now? And then I'm like, do you have a piece of garden cushion or something? Like, you know, the garden chair, the cushions?
Yeah.
On the floor, working on them, on the floor, on my knees.
Oh, that's how you did it?
Yes.
Oh, because
I used to massage people in their kitchens. On the floor. and the funny thing is, I mean, like, I would get a call. I mean, this is before social media, right?
Yeah.
Way before. People would call me and they were like, listen, my husband, I'm calling you from the UK. My husband is at such and such a place. Please go and do a treatment for him. And I'm like, how do you know me? I mean, like, the UK. But then, obviously, word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Work on people, on the floor with absolutely nothing. With determination, my little bag with my oils.
Man, I love
and
it.
I'm going to do this.
I love it, man.
That's a grind.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah. But now, family support around you, did they think you were doing the right thing?
No support, nothing whatsoever.
Really?
No. I mean, I had my best friend actually was so vehement about, because I battled for years with this thing. I battled. And a friend of mine just didn't, he said to me, listen, wow, you actually tried, eh? And I'm like, what do you mean? He says, this thing that you're doing, I mean, you tried. I said, but did I die? What's going on? Because you talk as if this is dead, I'm dead, what's going on? And he said to me, no, but you tried and it was not a success. My own friend.
Wow.
And I was like, what? I said, but I'm not dead.
I'm not
and
done
if I
yet.
told you I'm giving up, then it would have been a different story. But I knew that was just a negative voice that wanted to get me to stop.
Are y'all still friends to this day? No. Yeah, because I kind of cut the relationship, something like that.
But it's
sure.
Years later, though, it didn't just cut immediately, because it's like, yeah. And then I was so determined. I said no. I mean, I remember I was sitting in his car in the passenger seat, and I was not hitting my leg, and I said, I will not give up. And then, because his voice didn't stop and it didn't drown out, I started hitting myself with both and hard, because I knew I've got to change my perspective and also convince myself. And he didn't. And then I started hitting his dashboard. I ended up hitting his dashboard with both my fists.
Really?
And saying, I will not give up.
And it
Because
didn't
I
turn
knew-
to him, man.
Sorry?
You didn't start hitting him, did you?
No, I was actually worried that he'd put me out of the car and I've got to walk the rest of the way.
Yo.
I was like, oh my God, can you? But I knew I had to drown that voice. drown that voice.
Wow.
It's like reprogramming your mind.
Yes.
In the moment. In the moment, because it's so easy for that voice to get stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Keep on playing. It's stuck on replay, and then you stop. Fast forward to like today and like maybe a couple of years ago, when one of the ladies that work with us said to me, do you know that I pay my rent with the money that you pay me? I send money home, and I feed myself and my family here, and I almost started crying, because then I realized what the struggle was all about for. And I thought, my God, where would I have ever thought that I'm going to be paying people and helping them to support their families and stuff? And that was such an aha moment for me, such an eye-opening moment. And it's like, I really almost started crying, because it was, I couldn't be, because the struggle was just so real. I mean, there was times that I used to put 20 rands petrol just to get to a client, because I've got to carry on. There's days that I'd give up, and I'm like, today I'm done. I'm just going to go and look for a job, and I'm tired of this. The next morning, I'm like, okay, what do I do next? What do I do? And then I think to myself, but are you crazy? I mean, why aren't you on the same page with yourself? Yesterday you said you're giving up, but today you're carrying on. What's going on? Oh, yeah, God's grace.
My
That's
goodness,
just God's
yes,
grace.
sir.
Seriously.
They do say that you have to have some kind of delusion to start a business.
Oh my
Like-
gosh.
like-
Oh, strong delusion.
Yeah. Like just
Strong
going out
delusion.
on your own to start your own thing, you have
It's
to
the
be
most-
delusional.
it's
It makes no sense
It
to
makes
the
no sense
common
whatsoever.
mind
It
Never.
doesn't.
because you lose.
Yeah.
People say you lose.
Yeah.
I'd rather say you actually shift space.
Yeah.
You don't lose.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so let's talk about this one thing that is one of the biggest killers, stress. What is stress?
Stress is psychosomatic.
Okay.
So whatever happens in your psyche affects your soma.
Okay.
So what the gentleman was talking about just now, like he feels like a 64-year-old and this, that, and the other. The thing is, I mean, a lot of times your body does not know what is real now. It's just going. It's like going on what it's being fed by the mind.
Yes.
So if your mind is now saying to you, listen, a truck is going to ride into this place, you go into stress mode, you go into panic, fight or flight, and that's what then affects the body.
Okay.
And the unfortunate thing is it keeps on adding on and adding on and adding on and adding on. Because it doesn't get processed.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, it's hard for you to process it yourself, especially out of the body. You know, so yeah, and if you cannot distinguish or make a distinguishing factor about it, you just keep on adding on to your stresses daily. And the thing is that the problem is, it's financial stress, it's relationship stress, it's your stress at work, it's a whole lot of stress, and then also the latent stress that you've been that you grew up with. Sometimes a lot of that has not been resolved either, and that's also tormenting you. Yeah.
My goodness.
All right, so I went through a list of what you say
Yes.
is the signs of,
Yeah.
that you are stressed out.
Yep.
So how do we deal with them without going into each and every one of these symptoms? So how do you help somebody who has all these things that I mentioned, that these are the symptoms of stress?
So for me, what I normally suggest, like, stress is something that, like I said, I always liken it to a dustbin. If you're filling a dustbin, you have to empty it at some time. So you have to de-stress the negative stress. Because stress is it's life.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil. If you're crossing the road and a car's coming, stress is going to cause you to speed up so that the car doesn't knock you.
That's true.
It's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we've got to de-stress the negative stress. So in so doing, that's where healing body therapy comes into play. And the idea was to get ordinary South Africans. My dream was always to get ordinary South Africans to do body therapy. I call it body therapy, not massage, because back in the day, it just became something very dirty and something very sleazy. And that's why I changed the name, because you know what I'm saying? People just thought it was a sex thing, and it irritated me so much because here I am wanting to de-stress you, and here you are wanting to feel me up, or wanting me to feel you up. Or, you know what I'm saying? So
They want the happy ending.
And then right there, you can't get caught up. You get caught up quick.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
crazy.
yes,
So I like that you're saying that it's not a massage. It's body therapy.
it's body therapy. Yeah.
What does our body need? I mean, apart from food and resting by sleep, what else does our body need for it to be optimal?
Care.
Care.
So the three things that we need as human beings is love, acknowledgement, and care. Right?
Wow.
That's what the body needs. It's not a want. It's not a luxury. It's something that you need. And sometimes you find that a lot of people grew up and not having those needs met. A lot of us. There's lots of places where our needs were not met.
Yeah.
And that's also something that could also stress you, because you're always constantly striving for it, wanting it, becoming a people pleaser, or like a whole lot of different imperfections that we have, and it causes stress, because now you find that you keep on searching for it, and people keep on evading you, and they're not meeting those needs and stuff, and that's also stressful, because you start thinking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And I mean, that adds to a lot of stuff, because I mean, if stress compounds so much, you can become suicidal.
Yeah.
That's very true. Because
Yeah.
that's what it leads to.
It leads to it, exactly. And I mean the constant pressure, and because you with your thoughts going at it like 500,000 kilometers an hour,
Yeah.
it starts wearing on. It wears you. It wears you out. So yeah, that's what we
That's
need.
powerful.
Love, care, and acknowledgement.
And often most people don't know those values, that it's actually what your body needs. Yeah. Because we tend to think our body needs clothes, our body needs fine jewelry.
Luxury.
You wanna bling up your body.
Bling up the bone.
Yeah, you wanna bling it up.
I like that.
But you actually don't deal with what's happening in the inside
Absolute.
proper enough. So the investment for internal is not as much as the investment for outside the body.
Sure.
So you'll wear a 30,000 rand shoe,
But still feel like crap,
but then
and
your
still not
feet
feel
are
good
sore.
about yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because you're looking for the external validation
yeah.
instead of sorting out the internal.
The internal.
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier on, rest is a state of being, because this thing does not rest.
True. Also, I like what you're saying about acknowledgement, because, like you say, people want to be acknowledged. That's why if you're wearing a nice shirt, somebody will say, "Nice shirt," and you're like,
And you
"Thanks."
enjoy it, you love
Yeah.
it. That
Yeah.
somebody actually thinks that your choice is good, or that you have taste. Yeah.
But then they won't say, "Hey, but you look rested." Yo, chief, I like that.
That's actually a good point.
That is a massive
that's-
point. That is so clever.
Yeah.
No.
Like your heart looks nice and happy. Yo, like
No,
what?
that's a good point, because
Yeah.
I mean, people will obviously, like, more times than ever, they'll say, you look tired, or you
Yeah.
look this, and it's like,
Yeah.
why is it never you look rested? You look good.
But
know, it's like,
you said it about him, that
Yeah.
you looked rested.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me though.
Yeah, that's very unique.
Not showing me homie.
But I think maybe what you're trying to say is that it's not that often that you see that
Yes.
somebody looks rested or relaxed or comfortable, because things happen. And also the reason for that is people don't de-stress on the regular, because that's what we teach at Healing Body Therapy. Like, listen, go on a program. It doesn't have to be something hectic and crazy, and just stick to it. And that's what's going to help you, relax. That's what's going to help you de-stress. Yeah.
So when somebody comes to you, they're highly stressed out, lots of issues behind them, and what do you do when they arrive at your practice?
So the thing is, sometimes we would have a consultation, on the phone, and they'll obviously tell you all their issues and stuff. And when they get to us, it's like, go to the table. The table will tell the stories, because sometimes they want to tell you, I'm like, listen, no. The body keeps the score.
Oh.
Let's check there. Don't say anything. It's fine. Oh no, I've got a problem. I'm like, no. Don't tell me. I need to find it out. Yeah, I need to find out what's going on. And a lot of times you find out more than what they think is going on.
So I got a question. Just a theory. I think we're spaceships. That our physical bodies, by memory, expresses our environmental experiences. But internally, because we go to sleep, we disappear out the body. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
When you're going through massage, or let me say body therapy, and there's a healing component of touch, that touch that you did for your mom, she escaped into peace and freedom. The snores calmed.
She didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
So here, it's just a theory.
But it's interesting. That's so interesting.
Way to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so what else do we look at when somebody comes to the Healing Body Therapy? Why would they come to you?
Okay, the thing is, there's a difference between massage and body therapy.
Okay.
Because as time has gone on, I've kind of refined this thing. So I kind of factor in a little bit of chiro, a little bit of physio, a little bit of biokinetics to make the treatment more holistic, more effective. So yes. So like I said, going through the body, you pick up on all the stressors, and also during the treatment we talk to the clients to find out more, because it's just to get that psychosomatic factor going as well. So like, these are the things that are stressing you, these are the things that you are doing when you get stressed, and this is what you should do to de-stress. So you know what I'm saying, we go through that, and it's very interesting because I find that it's also therapeutic for me because I sometimes also talk to my clients. You know what I'm saying? We can actually share. And normally when you come for treatment, I always say to people, we are a team. Together we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
It's not prescriptive. I'm not gonna just prescribe to you and stuff like that because you have to take responsibility for your own healthcare. You should not, outsource it to doctors and it's your body.
It's true.
I mean, if somebody had to tell you or ask you, if somebody had to ask you, okay, you can have one car in your lifetime, one car. It can be any car, right? Choose properly. You're obviously going to choose a very good car that's very reliable and everything.
Yeah.
Right? Because that is a car that's going to carry you for the rest of your life. And that's what it is with our bodies. That's the car we have. That's our vehicle, So why you service your car, you make sure you go and service your car. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait for somebody else to tell you or the company to call you and say your car needs, never. You'll never go on a trip to Cape Town, Durban, Namibia, wherever, without filling the tank, servicing the car, making sure all the moving parts, the mechanical parts are in proper working order.
True.
So why don't we do it with our bodies? I normally say that to men because men, we speak in car speak.
Absolutely.
Men totally, when I speak like that, men totally get it.
Yeah.
So would you service your car before going to Cape Town? Like definitely. And like then what about the body?
Yeah.
This is exactly what we talked about earlier. You weren't here for that part of the show, but we talked about what does the infrastructure system in essence look like when it comes to support service or support network for a child or a family.
Yeah.
This is exactly the very thing that's missing. Care service.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So you obviously do therapy to men and women, and is there a specific age group where, like no under 18s or like?
No, we work on anyone, even babies.
Really?
Even babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Babies get stressed too.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
You know,
worst.
it's so funny that you say that because the one day I was just playing on my niece. She was 1 year old at the time, on her spine, like next to the spine, and there was a certain place I pressed, and then she jumped and she like crawled away, and I pulled her back, and I was doing it like continuously, and then the next minute she farted. But that's what happens when you have
It's stress.
your wings release.
Yeah.
Grown-ups, it's happened to grown-ups when we
gas.
do treatment, and then they get like embarrassed. I'm like, no, it's normal, but it stinks. But anyways, whoopee! I was like, oh my god, and yeah, I'm acting all professional. Oh no, it's fine. I'm like, oh my god,
How do you finish working when that happens?
That's crazy, man.
Let's take a break. Yeah, I need to go check some oil.
I need to change the towels or something.
Get a little wet wipes.
But that's normal because you must also remember that a lot of times there's a lot of air stuck in the body. That also makes you feel uncomfortable because there's so much of additives and stuff and air stuck in the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now somebody has come to you. You've also got some creams, some lotions, some
Ointments
and
that
oils.
yeah.
So you also mix them. You create.
We make them ourselves. Yes.
Okay. Talk us through those.
Okay. So how that started was the one day. Actually speaking to the lady today. This one lady just came to me and she said to me, "I see you making oils and ointments and stuff like that." And when she said it to me, I thought this woman normally is very spot on with what she says. And I thought, no, never, not me, not interested. I don't want to go to space, and besides, I don't have a rocket, because that's what it felt like. It was like, you telling me rocket science, come on, go up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, But what the funny thing is, come COVID time, just before COVID, I started pottering about trying to learn how to do this. Battled with it. I mean, and in South Africa we like green, and I just knew the ointment had to be green, and oh my gosh, and you used to put it, like rub it onto people, and your hands are green and they feel okay, but the sheets are dirty, and it was just it was a bit of a slog.
Yeah.
But finally we got it right. So now and now we also do a pain oil as well, which is very effective. And I mean, from Iceland to Germany to South Africa, we've had people that have now told us of such good reports on what the ointment has done for them. So
and it does work, because I tried that one.
Yeah.
It helped
The
quite.
first time when I met you. Yes.
I mean, it was small.
What did you use it for?
I use it for my Achilles. A lot of the pains on my Achilles.
Yes.
And then also, my wife had a throat infection.
Yes.
You did say that we can rub it on.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So I tried it on a couple of things. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting better. I don't know if it's the oil, but okay, I'll give it credit.
Listen, you used it.
Yeah, I used it. So that's great. So, okay, so somebody comes to you, you've given them treatment, there are ointments they can use. Do you give them after service treatment, like to say, this is what you can do on your own to de-stress? Because you need to empty the garbage can.
Look, the thing is, it's not easy to de-stress on your own. We recommend you come for your treatments on the regular because it's a journey. It's a journey. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to the gym. If you keep on going to the gym, you stay fit, your body stays in shape.
True.
If you stop, it reverts right back to default settings. So with body therapy, the same thing. You have to I always say to people, keep your stress levels at 20% and less, not 80% and more, because 80% and more is red alert.
Yeah.
20% and less is manageable. You're just skimming off the top. People normally ask me, how often should you do a treatment? I'm like, you know what, once a week is ideal. But some people just can't do that. And like, okay, then at least once every second week. Okay, and then I give you another option. If you're gonna really stretch it, the very least you should do is once a month. But what people normally do is like they'll come once in 12 months, once in 10 months, once in 12. Because like they think when you're going on holiday now, I need to go and do my treatment, but it doesn't work like that.
So you don't find the actual healing because you're not going through the treatment.
No, because you're now skimming. You're just working on the surface. You're just,
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
counterproductive.
So just for 2026, now that we're going into a new year, what advice do you have for people for taking care of themselves, and where should they find you, or where can they find you?
I would say just start small. Start small. It's not a big thing. You just start small. And the thing is, the body corresponds. It's like when you stop smoking, immediately your lungs start repairing. So that's what the body also does. Slowly, you take it step by step. And because sometimes people think like, oh my God, I've got to do this program and this and that and the other. No, it's like little by little. And it's just an investment in yourself. That's all. It's just investing in yourself daily. And I normally say to like youngsters, I'm like, listen, if you start doing it now, by the time you get to 40 and so on, you're going to look and feel so much better than your peers.
Very true.
Which is also something, I mean, like it's a thing. You don't want to look like the old goat. And your friends are looking nice and smart and everything. You're having a reunion, and you looking terrible, worse for wear, and they looking nice. I mean, you should look at least normal, like the normal 40 or 50-year-old, not, you're. Yeah.
Very true. Because actually, another guy raised this with me at we were working out, and he was saying, I think the guy is about 60.
Okay.
And then he says to me. So I asked him, because a lot of the times when I speak to the older gents, I always want to find out, how did you do it? Because I speak to them about longevity mostly.
Yes.
And then he says, when I go home, even my peers will call me uncle, because he looks younger than them, but he's actually older than some of them.
Wow.
And all he did was just take care of his health. He walked, he ran, he just kept on going to work out all the time. And then he did it since he was 30. So by the time he gets to 60, he does less work actually working out.
Yeah.
It's like he just goes to gym to like sit in a sauna, do 30 minutes, because he's done the bulk of the work in his younger years, So it's quite interesting that you'd say that. Yeah.
Another thing is like, a 5-minute, 10-minute walk in nature will also
does wonders.
blow the cobwebs away. Because there's a study that was done that, when you walk in nature, it's like your battery's being recharged.
You're grounding.
Yeah, seriously, it's like your battery's being recharged.
And the plants, they talk.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, your phone can be with you, no issues and stress, but just allow yourself to get immersed in that. Just sit still. You don't have to be doing anything. Just sit still. You don't have to close your eyes, but just listen to the birds chirping, listen to the wind blowing, watch the leaves, watch the the greenery and everything. It really just it does so much for you.
Be
and if you
present.
could do that on a regular basis, like on a daily basis, it's amazing. And also another study was done is that like the early morning sun, like when like between 8 and 10, and like when it comes to dusk, that sun is it does something to your prefrontal cortex. So it also has a positive effect on you. So getting out and walking, like what I would do is when I go for my walks, I'd call my wife. I'm like, listen, you're 5 minutes in the sun, and I would call her all the time. Go and get your sunshine. Get sunlight. Go and get some sunlight. Go and get some sunlight. Because before, like from 11, then the sun gets extremely hot, and then the ultraviolet rays are too hectic for you. But before then, you know what I'm saying? It's
Enjoy
like
your
infrared.
vitamin Ds.
It's like infrared, which is good for you, which is therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fantastic. We've got 2 minutes to go. Gents, any last words from your side, and maybe your closing comments as well? We've got 2 minutes to wrap it up. Teko, you got anything on your side?
Honestly, I love what you're doing, and the conversation that we've had today, it's absolutely amazing. I need to start kind of being one with myself. I think that's one of the problems that I suffer with. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Got a client already, man. Come on. A lifelong client.
Hey.
Plus he's young. He'll be with you for 20 years.
Return on investment.
I think just for me, man, I just want to say I'm glad I'm still living and I'm still here with everybody. And the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the familyhood, that's the nutritional table we sit at today. It's a healing space. And
it's amazing.
I'm very happy.
Like
the work that you're doing, I've seen it in action. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Any last words from your side, and when can people find you? Where are you based and stuff?
Okay. Last words from me is that, you know what? We have to be in agreement with ourselves. Spirit, soul, and body. And when you're in agreement with yourself, you move forward.
I hear that.
We are on Twitter. Not Twitter. Sorry. No. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You're just Healing Body Therapy. Yeah. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate that you've made time to come and be with us.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to having you. Yeah, no, it was absolutely awesome. I think we needed to start off the year with just talking about some deep stuff.
Yes.
We work with the internal first, and then towards, as the year goes, we'll talk about outer stuff like cars and nice things, frivolous stuff.
No, I mean, like if you wanna be enjoying those cars and stuff, this thing is going to be in that car. So this thing must be right. The body must be right.
So
I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
No, absolutely powerful. We look forward to having you on the 7th of Feb, because we're going to be doing the Pedal and Park. We'll talk about the Pedal and Park next week. And of course, it's something we're doing as a gentleman's club. And of course, we look forward to bringing a bunch of men together, because that's what we're trying to do. We try to talk health.
Awesome.
Because, if we talk about cars, I'm sure you'll have 100 guys there that talk about it, you know. So now we want to start saying, guys, let's be conscious of ourselves, of our bodies, of our soul. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of the people around us. We can't take care of our wives, our kids, our children, our side chicks, our girlfriends. It's difficult.
You mean sister wives?
Sister wives.
Sister wives. We need, we need to get out of side chicks. If you make a covenant with her, she's yours, you're hers, and you build together. Just don't do it in the dark. You're in trouble.
God damn,
No. So just before we close, I'm just gonna throw something out there for you guys. This is a little quick competition.
Okay, go.
When was Healing Body Therapy started?
Okay.
Oh, it's a question.
2000.
And you're the winner.
He cheated.
You answered. You guys are listening as well.
I feel like he cheated.
Good.
I feel like he cheated.
No.
Okay.
He had information.
One more question. What did I start with? What equipment did I start with?
A mat on the floor.
Your hands and knees.
Hands and knees.
There we go.
I cheated.
My short-term memory, man. My short-term memory.
Well, I'll share it with you.
Okay. Well, one more.
One last one.
Okay.
Which famous celebrity in American famous celebrity did I last work on? He'll remember it. Don't say anything. How did I forget it?
Okay, I can win it.
For you. For
I
him.
remember
Okay,
all that.
okay.
Lauren Hill.
There we go. You need to scrub that brain.
Nah, you know,
you need to come for treatment.
I need to come for a treatment
You
because
need to
my
come for
stress
treatment.
levels are. This is just my life now.
Off the charts.
No, you need to give him an ointment he can put in his mouth.
Whoop-dee.
You can't rub things
You
on.
know,
My
wife actually did that.
eat it.
She had toothache. The next one, she just grabbed it. She put it in her mouth. I was like, she was that desperate, yeah.
But it's made of essential oils, so it's
Totally
safe. You can
natural.
put
It's
it in.
safe,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
eat
it's
it.
totally safe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say eat it, man.
At least rub it on your head.
I had it
Just
so
for
in
that
my
stress.
nose, and reluctantly I put it in, but then it slips through. You know, it goes through. But I'm telling you, the way it clears your chest. Yeah, it clears your chest.
It does. It does.
And you know what? I normally tell people, it's like, you know, if you want to sleep, rub it around you, like around your ears, around your nose, and then around your hairline, and then also in your temples.
Yep.
It is so effective. If you've got wax build up, the wax
pulls it
loosens
out.
up. Yes.
I'll definitely give that a try.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna give
Yeah.
that a try.
So if you can't, if you're struggling to sleep, put it on those places that I told you. It helps so much.
And if you snore,
What about snow?
can you put it on?
Of course.
Where? On your nose?
So far, it helps with sleeping. I don't know what's snoring yet.
All right. Gentlemen, this has been fantastic. And shout out to the ladies. Thank you so much, ladies, for helping us out and doing the work behind the scenes. So, gents, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Vic. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Lovely
amazing.
meeting some interesting people.
Thank you, ladies. Oh,
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, this is how we're breaking out, man. We're going to say goodbye with this song from Eminem. It's called I'm Not Afraid. So please do face all your fears, whatever it is that you're up against. You got to overcome it, man. So this song should be able to help you boost you up. All right, we're out. We're back again next week, man. Shout out.